Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lesego Seloane and I am an environmentalist, entrepreneur and the daughter of this amazing African soil. And on my platform you get to see everything green, everything entrepreneurial and everything just about in between. Check it out. Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's episode I'll be talking about the importance of a garden service. Alright, so why is it necessary for us to have a garden service? Many of us are trying to cut down on our expenses and we are trying to really live with all these nightmares taking place all around our country, with the load shedding, with the the unemployment and all the other things that are just really taking place in the country that is making it really difficult to live up with all these living expenses that keep on increasing. So I don't want to tell you that it's a great idea for you to leave your garden service. It's a great idea for you to go start and do your own garden services, because I would be misleading you and I would really be making you miss out on the opportunities or making you miss out on what you actually get in return for a garden service. So if you're really thinking about changing your garden service or taking them out of your budget, please watch this video and think again. All right. And please don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you want more green content. The things that you need to look out for when you look for a proper garden service. You want to get value for your money, right? You want to get value for your money. You want to make sure that whatever you're paying, as it is turning out to be quite difficult for you to be paying for all of this, it'll be worth your while. Okay, so here are the things that you need to look out for when you're looking for your garden services. All right, so it's not as easy as we make it out to be, because that way we would be just pulling the guys from the ground, from the streets, and just letting them work, and you wouldn't have to always come after them and check if they've done the job, if they tilled the soil, if they've looked after your beautiful flowers that you've just recently bought, did they do the right things, and it wouldn't be so much of a nightmare. And I know a lot of homeowners have to deal with this every month, and sometimes you think that during the winter months I'm not even going to bother myself, I'm not going to have any garden service because your lawn is not growing, but that is one of the things that we need to stop doing. Okay, so over the long run, make sure that you're paying your services and you're paying your maintenance. That way you won't be spending so much, because I see with most of the people that we come and do their gardens that we come through and we do a quick cleanup, and then after that they don't do anything. And when you look at that comparatively to you paying every month, it's a lot cheaper. It works out a lot cheaper, you paying every month, compared to you coming in and doing a big cleanup or a big landscaping renovation, and then from there onwards you don't look after your garden. All right, so the things that you need to look out for is an experienced team. All right, this is very important. I cannot stress this enough, because an experienced team will know what to do with your garden. An experienced team will coach you according to what you need to be paying. They will not exuberantly quote for things that they wouldn't be doing, and you won't find yourself complaining every week about things that they think that they should be doing, whereas they are the experts and then you are somebody that is asking for value out of the money that you're paying, but you see all the gaps and you see all the various things that you say they need to be doing. So you need to make sure that you get an experienced team. That is very important. And you need to also know that routine work has a purpose. So if your team is not doing that repetition in your garden, mowing the lawn every week, doing the tilling of the soils every week, checking if the weeds are removed from the paving every week, then it becomes a problem because they're doing something this week, the following they're not doing it, and then it becomes a problem because then you start seeing a lot of things will spiral out of control. So an experienced team will know what to do with the various seasons, and they will also know what to do with every week. So even if they're not doing the same things all the time, but there is a rhythm and there is a pattern that they're following, because if they're not doing it every week, they're definitely doing it every second week, or they're doing it every once a month, and that is the repetition that you need to see happening in your garden. It is for a purpose, okay? And then you also need to get a team that you can trust. I say this all the time, and I want people to know and take this into cognizance that you are allowing total strangers into your space. You are allowing total strangers into your personal space. People whom even some of your family members don't get to see some of the corners in your garden. So you need to know and be able to be comfortable enough to say that you trust these individuals, and the leadership of that business or the leadership of that garden service is very crucial, because these are the people that will always tell you if there's something happening. If they don't tell you if there's a pipe that has burst with the irrigation, or something happened, or they found something lying around in your garden, maybe you had something over the weekend and somebody just misplaced something in the yard, and then they don't tell you of these various things that they find in the garden, then these are the people you cannot keep. Security is the most important thing, and we all know that once anything happens, the first people that we will suspect are the gardeners, number one, or the people that come in and out of your house, cleaning your house. So you need to be able to trust these people, and this is a very very big thing, because you need to get from knowing the person, liking the person, and wanting to do business with the person, right? So you need to be able to like these people. The entire team, they must be likable. They should be greeting you. They should be saying please and thank you. And if there's things that you give to them from time to time, they should be able to say thank you and be appreciative of the fact that you are able to give them these items. I know a lot of people love preparing a meal for their service providers, anybody that comes into their home. That is good. That is very noble. However, I would also say that over and above that, these people need to know that it's not an expectation on their end. They shouldn't be expecting this from any household, because they are getting paid. And over and above that, if there's anything that you are giving them, it is just a cherry on the top. So you need to be in a space with people that really trust you, because you are sharing so much of your space with them, not only your home, but also some of the things that you would like to give them from time to time. All right. Another thing that you need to look out for is a team that is professional. Over and above them actually working and doing the work in the garden, they need to be professional in how they conduct matters with you. If there's any complaints coming from you, if there's anything that happens, if the fiber line gets broken, what is their response time? If the fiber line gets snapped with one of their equipment or whatever happens, what is their response time? So you need a professional team. You also check what vehicles they're traveling in. Is their vehicles roadworthy? Such things really do count. These are people that are coming into your yard. These are people that are coming into your complex. For those who are contracting with service providers for their complexes, and there's the risk is higher on that end. So these people need to be very professional in how they conduct themselves. On an admin front, are they upfront? Are they sending out invoices on time? Are they sending quotations? What does everything that they say on paper correlate with what they do on the ground? Are they taking reports? They send before and afters. You need to get value for your money. Are they responsive in their whatever queries that you have or whatever complaints that you have? How fast do they respond to any of those? So these are people that you need to be secured with, that that they are professional in how they the exchange is handled, because at the end of the day, you want high quality service, and professionalism is one of the most important things when you're dealing with any garden service or garden maintenance team. All right. Another thing that you need to look out for is are these people, punctuality, that also comes into the professionalism element, punctuality, because many people are working from home and many people happen to go in and out because of these load shedding crises that we experience in the country. So punctuality is very, very important, because you plan around their time scheduling. Are they scheduling you on time? Are they arriving on time? Do they report if they're having any delays, any breakdowns along the way, if there's any traffic because of all the the traffic lights that are not working? So are they punctual enough? Do they respect time? And if they're set to come in for a couple of whatever hours that they're coming in for your yard, are they keeping to those times? And I wanted to say this one thing, that are they what they are bringing onto the table compared to the hours that they are working, does it correlate? So a team that comes in and just does pretty much nothing, 30 minutes they're out, how many people did they come with? Because I know we get a lot of complaints in our industry that people have come in for 30 minutes, they didn't do anything, but then when you actually look at it, they actually brought a team of 6 people, so they are able to finish your yard in 30 minutes. But if they're going to come in and do your yard in under an hour, but they've only brought 2 people, your yard is quite big, then it really doesn't make sense. So there's always a way in which you can check their output versus what they're saying they are going to do. So always check around that the team complement the equipment that they brought in and how they actually executed the tasks in the time frame that they did it in. And you also need to check their equipment. How is their equipment? And I would always recommend to people that it would be best for people to actually have their own equipment, and you bring in the team does what they need to do with your equipment, because in this way they are not transferring weeds from one yard to another. You have this lush, beautiful lawn, and then now all of a sudden you see mushrooms popping up, you see weeds popping up, you see all this clover popping up, because the team doesn't actually clean up their blades and clean up their equipment before they start working in your garden. So check how their work ethic is. Do they respect what they're doing? Are they dressed in full uniform? Are they clean? Are they do they respect themselves and what they're doing? And do they respect your space? Are they leaving smoke buds, cigarette butts all over the yard? And are they playing loud music in your yard? Highly unacceptable. Highly unacceptable. So these are the things that you need to look out for, guys, when you want to get a garden service on board. Last but not least, I love you to also understand that you shouldn't be breaking in between the services that you require in your yard. So staying consistent will really help you to maintain a lush and beautiful garden. If you change and you stop your service for a whole 3 months because you feel that it's winter, there's nothing growing, then you're causing a lot of problems for yourself in the summer months, because then it happens that there's so much more to be done. So when you're maintaining and you're keeping everything at a level that it can be contained, and it doesn't become out of control, then you are actually saving a lot, and you'll find that you'll be charged a lot more when you're doing cleanups later on, because you took a long break. So don't take breaks, and there's always something to do in the yard. There's definitely always something to do in the yard. Always speak to your garden service providers to say that in these months, can we try and do this? Can we try and remove the rubble that I did some building project? Can you assist me with this while you're not doing so much in the garden? Or can you assist me with pruning the roses? Or can you assist me with taking down the trees if there's trees that need to be pruned and kept nicely? Because that takes a lot of time. That could take an entire service period, and you would say, well, I don't need service in this time, but there's always something that needs to be done. If maybe you have a project that you want to conduct and you need manpower, you can always negotiate with the garden service provider, and they would be able to assist you with that painting or fixing up your paving, and they would, you know, give those hours that they're going to plan to be in your yard towards that. You know, there's always ways in which you can be saving money, always ways in which you can make sure that your garden looks good throughout. All right, I hope you loved this video. Kindly give it a thumbs up. Kindly give it a thumbs up and comment down below if there's anything that you want to ask regarding garden services, who to look out for, what to look out for, and any other advice regarding, you know, your gardens. You know, I would love to, you know what is it that you would like me to talk about more, and I'm very, very amped up to actually do that. Coolies, green hearts everywhere. Cheers, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.